Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to the Kennel Club. For for today's video, as you can probably see, we're going to play some more Genshin Impact. We got sponsored. Woo! So, the, for those who are new to the channel, my name is Rusty. I'm a furry VTuber slash artist. I play games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, Fortnite, Nintendo Switch games. I also do art streams. If that sounds sounds cool to you, make sure you get the like, the follow, and the subscribe button, and a big old boop on the nose. Now, as I said, this stream is sponsored by Genshin Impact. What is Genshin Impact? It is a free to play, open world action role playing game set in the fantasy world of Teyvat. In the game, you play as the traveler who lost his sibling, and he must go on a big quest fighting powerful enemies and meeting new allies just to find his or her sibling, depending on which one you choose. They recently had an update that introduced a brand new region, Natlan, the nation of war. Though I'm getting a lot of at first I wasn't too sure if it was very battle like until I got into their Archon story quest, which you can play. You can do the Archon quest even if you're not at a certain at that haven't gone all the way past Fontaine yet. But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. It is time to rough and roll. All right. Give me 1 second. Almost ready to move. We started.
As I gaze out upon the
tasks
sea,
have been handed out.
prose wells up
How
inside of
relaxing.
me.
Who's that skulking around?
All tasks have been handed out.
As I gaze
How
out
relaxing.
upon the sea, prose wells up inside of me.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
All tasks have been handed out. How
As I
relaxing.
gaze out upon the sea, prose wells up inside of me.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
All right, so let's get this going. So for my story, I gotta go to Liyue, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All tasks have
Now
been
I
handed
really like this game.
out. As I gaze
I
out,
started it originally
Wells up inside of me.
back when I started. It was right when the game came out. I had a bunch of friends who would play it like crazy. I lost access to that original account a long time ago, but I didn't stop me from enjoying the game.
As I gaze out,
This game is just that fun that
Wells up inside of me.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
Alright, so we're gonna go to Liyue because that is my quest I need to take care of. Now, if anyone has played The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Kingdom, then this game will be familiar to you. You can climb, you can swim, you can explore in this open world. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with weapon breaking like in those Zelda games. That, but the point is, it's a fun exploration, fun mix of exploring and action. Let me interact with the statue real quick, just so I can have the element. Now, I did finish the Archon quest recently on a previous stream. I actually, by previous, I mean yesterday. And so far, I'm liking what this region so far is providing. It did pull on some heartstrings because it's just from how that story is. But it's totally worth it. Hello, welcome to the stream. Alright, so I gotta find the merchant. Also, is there an electric crystal nearby? I'm starting to think I'm gonna have to put on Kiara shortly, just so I can climb that or Kachin. Actually, yeah, let's change my layout.
Wow! I can join the team?
Yes. Up. Got it. There we go. Oh. Looks like I won't be able to climb that. There's a roof in my way. So much for that idea. Now, how would I get up there then? I could try gliding, but if I try, I might just end up... Oh. Big brain time. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? I made it. Got it. That's the first one for me for this region. Now time to find that merchant. Looks like I'm in the right spot. Is that the merchant right there?
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn trade secret. Got it? You know what?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable. Not.
Hey, what's your
Get out of here. Go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me,
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's shift back.
Looks like we're gonna have to negotiate for other methods. There's Toma.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Unfortunately, no.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're gonna have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help us. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
He definitely seemed,
That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Liyue and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito. The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have...
huh. Let's try this again. Maybe with more info we can talk to him.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt. goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to...
It's work.
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar. Huh? What is this?
Just close your eyes already.
You mean the sound of the ocean? Liyue Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
Or is there someone stopping you?
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it, so I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me—
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't—
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right.
Well said, Paimon.
So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Yeah.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose.
Keijiro, it's him!
After him!
After him?
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers. Which one should I choose?
If you want to taste Mondstadt's great He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage. Should I close early?
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else?
Too close! It's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Whoa.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little! Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Stealth missions are not easy.
It's not like I'll get any customers.
Keijiro!
After him! Too close! It's too close! He'll notice us first. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Many outlanders are having
Love or
trouble.
freedom?
Feel free to visit the
Which one should I choose?
Sorry. I need to think about it.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
Too close! It's too close! He'll notice us. He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Sorry. Now, who else is
Too close! It's too close! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Found it.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it?
You can tell I'm not very great at stealth missions. I didn't really like him when I did the Yiga clan. Back in Breath of the Wild.
Whoa, it's boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here. Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Aha, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence.
I'll...
Huh? You are...
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association.
That's fair.
Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Alright, we got the ledger. We got the evidence. Oh, he's here too?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses.
You are the one making a mockery of the rules here, Keijiro.
And who are you?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you...
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this?
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely...
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true...
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Ugh. Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fuck.
And not even an answer.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out.
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone...
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
You had
What was all the commotion I heard just...
Oh, we were just discussing...
A helping hand. The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure...
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at headquarters.
Uh-oh. This is...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this?
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I...
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be...
Of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young... lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan. The Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one... If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Tola, what was all...
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Suspicious. Alright, let's find out what this is all about. And not by climbing up whatever that was.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core.
Oh, that sounds like this, the Vtuber over again.
Alright, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission.
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
No kidding. Can't do that's from how that sounds. It's more than I could do for work. Building up reputations. But then again, it's retail.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as
Toma...
well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose... Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. Good luck with everything.
He sounds disappointed. Was doing that the wrong thing?
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? We should get going.
There's one problem.
Huh? What's up?
Outlanders are unable to leave Rito.
Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
This must be the next part of his test.
Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing. As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Kamura Tea House to settle the score!
What, Paimon? Are you gonna give them a ugly nickname too?
Well, guess we should give it a try.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna get very far, but... I'm game to giving it a try. Watch. I thought so.
Stop there. Present your travel permit.
Sorry, but we really gotta get...
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far...
Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet? Guess it can't hurt to try. Who knows? Maybe...
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office.
We're here to see,
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
did you...
My sincere...
You gotta mess with the Paimon seriously. Anyways, that was quicker than expected.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan.
Nice to meet you. So, the reason we wanted to come and...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying...
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Wow. Now that's a big, that's, if you think about it, that's a pretty big resume.
Exactly!
And I hear you also foiled a Fatui plot in Liyue Harbor. Even beat one of their harbingers in a duel.
Whoa, you heard about that too? Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me wonder.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
This is my forte.
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Qingxin. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before.
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxin.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
They don't stay fresh after they're picked.
Too much trouble, is it? Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps
That sounds much more like...
709 letters to be precise.
Hey, what gives?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that? Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit.
Seems a little weird, don't you think?
Halt, you two!
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick, let Paimon see!
Let me read this. Dear Traveler, would that I convey this message to you in person. I apologize for the hasty means by which this letter has come to you. And I hope that it hasn't left you feeling perplexed or perturbed in any way. This is my first time extending an invitation to an unknown outlander after all. It is no mere coincidence that our paths have crossed. Therefore, I hope that you would be so courteous as to meet me tonight under the glow of resplendent moonlight. Please do not fret about retainers and bodyguards. I will ensure that their attention shall be elsewhere. I look forward to the pleasure of your company. Now I am perplexed.
So this means she wants you to... But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back?
Many outlanders are having trouble. Feel free to visit the International Trade.
Unfortunately, I can't get there yet. Let's turn the time to... what was the clock needed? Okay. Whoops. I should probably take a look at the clock before I start missing a little bit. Alright. Here we go.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am here. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments. And at last, we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is... well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise.
Sounds reasonable enough.
To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border.
Well, being smuggled. That sounds like an interesting turn of events.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain.
Is there something wrong,
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure...
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for...
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament.
Oh.
Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk.
Yes, my lady. Very well then.
Shinojo, you can't...
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself.
Yes, but that's...
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady.
Well, how about that? Oh, I gotta defend the balloon. Yikes. I mean, that's easy enough.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Another
You're
test
seriously
subject.
considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous. Cha! Watch out! Hiya! Ha! Nah!
Picked the wrong test subject. Another test
Coming
subject.
at ya! Hiya! Proper send-down!
From the Stina...
Monster sighted! Prepare to counterattack!
Protect Lady Hiraki at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Watch out! More monsters inbound!
Lady Hiraki, stay close.
Watch out!
My blade!
Chibi no more.
Watch out! Hiya!
Finally, I...
Did I get them all?
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just... In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a...
My lady?
So that's how it is.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it.
I'm not afraid to say that... He...
The one...
Shinojo, did you...
What? No, I was just...
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened.
Yes, of course.
But what will happen if you're...
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh. Paimon never said...
I wish you a safe...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
Wow, gave me a teleport point like that? Hmm? Oh, I need Electro? Guess I'll have to switch characters again.
There's still a long road ahead.
time with Espina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
For those who have yet to play Genshin Impact, now's a very good time to play it. And if you download the game following the link in my channel, you can get special daily check-in reward. You get, excuse me, I read that wrong. Use the promo code Genshin Gift from download the game.
Do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
Basically, for newcomers, download the game through my channel and use promo code Genshin Gift to get 50 Primo Gems and our heroes with. There's also daily check-in rewards. Each day you check in and log in the game, the more consecutive days you check in, the more rewards you get. And newcomers can get special rewards for reaching adventure ranks 5, 10, and 25. Including adventure rank 25, you get the character Lynette. As well as 10 quaint fates for getting adventure ranks 10 and 5 and 10, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. Use Electro, she said.
Yeah.
I am? Investigation? Questionable. Alright. Let's start heading towards the Komori tea house. Oh, this is Konda Village. Paimon's nose is better than a dog's. There we go. Got a teleport waypoint. Futaba? Oh. Name's Strange Big Bro. Okay. ain't talking about us. Ah. Clacking sound? Floating bags. Were there any other clues?
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
Isn't that a little suspicious? An electric barrier? It seems a little strange if you ask me. Is there a way to break the barrier? I guess not. We can't go through it. We can't. Yay! Well, that's a shocker. What's this?
Let's get down to business. Take this. There's more.
There is always more. Oh, hey.
I hope the others find some.
Hey. Oh.
I hope the
I
others
would have
find
missed
some.
it if I didn't see it. There's treasure. That's always fun to find treasure chests. There's got to be some way to open this. maybe the traveler can?
Lightning flash!
Okay, maybe not. What does this do? Thunder Spear. This strange entity known as a Thunder Spear is common sighted in Azuma. Characters who wield electro power or who are looked after by Inazuma can use it to move around at lightning speed. Characters, okay. Wonder why.
I call dibs.
Wonder what this place is. It seems a Macane Island. I went the wrong way. Oh, it's up in that tree. Go figure. Up. Looks like we're climbing. Ah. Whoopsie. And see, I don't do. This tree is not really good for climbing. Ah. I missed. Okay, this dog is not good at climbing trees. Should have wished I was a cat. If I can't get it up to one more time, we'll probably have to... Yeah, I'll have to figure out how to get up there on another time. Hi, what you got?
Let's get it on! You're dead meat!
Finally,
I could make a tiny sum selling some of this.
Could say that opponent got burned out. Eh? No? Meh. Can't blame me for trying to make puns.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it doesn't hide anything. What you see is what you get, and whether you take on the challenge is entirely up to you.
Inazuma City, eh? Wait, does that mean I can finally... I can go to the Adventurers Guild. Nice. Also, can my characters level up enough yet? Jean's level 60. Now Navia's level 60. Let's level up the Traveler next. Ooh.
My people are used to the desert life.
Oh, right.
But still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave the sandstorms behind for a better life.
So for sword, yeah, no, thank you. What can you forge me? Ooh. What sounds better? Crescent Pike or the prototype Star Glitter? I'm gonna say the Crescent Pike. I got no character bonuses for weapons. There's no commission I can't complete. Another Catherine? That explains a lot. As the only year-round receptionist in the Adventurers Guild, I can use a special tool to instantly move between various locations in the world to deal with various important matters. So that's why we keep seeing Catherines. Teleporting. That's how she does it. I thought we were going to have another Nurse Joy situation like I thought we were going to have like in Pokemon where we have more than one Nurse Joy. I also want to teleport. Wow, I've been tricked. I've been fooled. I've been bamboozled.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
I can't help but feel like she's messing with us.
According to the letter, this should be the—
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public!
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck in.
Are our clothes really so— what Paimon mean?
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Don't instigate people, Paimon. We almost had...
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
I see a doggy at the counter. Oh my goodness, doggy at the counter.
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form?
He is a doggo.
Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less
alright. I've had my fun.
I'm getting bamboozled twice within a short period of time. First by Catherine and now by Thoma? Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have been cool if he was a doggo, too.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Watch out, Thoma. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. Paimon has some crazy ugly nicknames.
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. Though it was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Ms. Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're...
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck...
You mean he died in a duel before the throne?
Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Tarumaru. Oh, cute name. And he's the owner of the tea house? Oh! Who's that handsome doggy? You are. Woof. Oh. I gotta love the humor sometimes. Like I said, Genshin Impact's a really fun game. The mixture of exploration and combat is just fun. There's a lot of different things that just ends up making me laugh or pull at my heartstrings.
My apologies. Komore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission. My apologies. Komore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
Alright. Let's go find that statue he was talking about. Oh, is that the what he was talking about? Oh, hey, let's get that teleport waypoint real quick.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of... As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler. The eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the... Perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun...
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the...
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
What was that sound just now?
Sound? What sound?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then...
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you've just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
This is the headquarters of the Tenryou Commission.
So we gotta go all the way there? Not a problem. Oh, it's another doggo. Oh, yay. It's another doggo. Public safety notice. I should be careful then. Looks like I ain't taking a speed. Won't be able to take a shortcut that way.
to some of the older Eremites, it does actually rain in the desert on occasion. And when it does, it's always a lot heavier than this. This thunder is loud. They won't hear us coming. Or vice versa.
Yikes! That was too close for comfort. This lightning's really out to get me. Whoa. These flowers are just something, are just really incredible. Way they glow.
I'll keep this close.
Oh, speaking of bringing up Genshin Impact, I probably brought this up yesterday, but for those who like fast food and Genshin Impact in North America, starting tomorrow there's going to be a collab between Genshin and McDonald's. If you order certain items on the app, you can get special rewards. You can get that can be in-game. What kind of rewards? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you, let me tell you. If you place an order for the apple pie, you can get 40 Primo Gems, 20,000 Mora, three golden apple pastries, also a recipe to make them. Four mystic enchantment ores and 2 heroes wit. The cool thing about it is these golden apple pastry. That's the McDonald's apple pie. You can basically make yourself a McApple pie in Genshin Impact. Also, if you order the Genshin Impact Deluxe McCrispy meal on the app, you can get 1 Wings of Delicacies glider and 1 name card celebration, crispy and sweet. What's that? Do I attack it?
There you are, eavesdropper.
Yeah.
The more, the merrier. Over here. Let me amuse myself a little. Boof. The more, the merrier.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me. Feeling lucky?
Alright, let's keep going. So, odd statue. Probably not what we were going for, but where'd that Tanuki go? Or whatever that animal was.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
We made it.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
It's hard to top the Jade Chamber.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said.
No, please, wait! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
First, let me heal up my character real quickly.
Where's the person?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us.
Ah, you must also be here to try. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the villagers. But now, all of a sudden, we will gladly apologize.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person.
Temple.
I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer.
Can't say I blame him. It feels like
Truth be
he's been
told,
betrayed.
We aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
That's sad.
Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him write.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you
Wait, does
saying at
losing
the time
his vision
that
make
you
him
wanted
lose
to
his
make
memory?
a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving,
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should have...
Oh, I see when I click away from the game and come back, I end up trying to attack someone. Oops. Alright. Find clues. Thank you. I would have been lost.
this looks like Tejima's diary, alright? Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dried braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was Black Snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking...
Alright, to the shrine we go. Where is the shrine? Oh, it was right there.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it.
Oh, so we gotta use elemental sight. Oh.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick a...
I don't think that's a good idea.
It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time
I thought it
ago.
was bones or something. That would have been bad.
Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came, but he's been here for 30 years. Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back.
Oh.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here. And that over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if... I think... maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her? When I think about it like that, how curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him. Well, let's go find the next person.
Where is the next person? Like I said before, some of these parts of the story just pulls at my heartstrings because it's just sad, or emotional.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones action. But why would they take action against one of their own? Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation.
How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions—
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you?
What? We heard the commotion and came to see what—
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa— It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him help—
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to— Maybe we should talk to Curse.
He probably lost his memory. For all we know.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, my own family can barely get by as it is. No, that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be—
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like...
Does it have to do with the missing emergency—
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
He seems— But we better confirm. Let's go. We should be able to follow their tracks.
It's kind of sad. They're losing it. Oh, who's a good doggo? Hey, that's a good doggo. How? Oh, Gelt. I can't help it. I can't help it when I see a doggo in the game. I just can't resist. Alright, let's keep going. Here's the treasure hoarders.
We really outdid ourselves all those samurai houses packed with goods. You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all— You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders were at—
Time for a punishment.
Picked the wrong subject.
Time never
There goes all
pays.
the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was a complete mess. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal?
You've got a deal.
Huh? What the?
There's nothing in here, but I owe you.
Yeah, a lot, and they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the As for you guys, you're free to go.
So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Oh, they went all that trouble to stealing, and only to get IOUs. Oh. Sans. Kitty, 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 kitty. How dare they not give us the ability to pet? I need to put that in the future update. Give the players the ability to pet the animals. Please. It's gonna drive me nuts. As I see all these cats and dogs and I just want to pet them. I'm a big pet lover. So it's crazy because you can do it in Zenless Zone Zero. You can pet the cats. Oh, certain cats at least.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire. Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual amount.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions.
Out of his own money.
But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchased and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was, in hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price. At least, why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps oh, but before you go...
But But we didn't buy...
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you? Don't worry. I won't charge much for information.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa.
Starting to feel bad for the dude. He was trying so hard to help the people, even through his own, out of his own pocket. And after he lost his vision, he not only lost his memory, but people just didn't. Wow. It really does feel like losing a vision. You lose a part of yourself. Right, and surely you're gonna have some explaining to do. And why she think this was a good idea.
What are you doing here all by...
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind? I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult... But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me. So what did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. And said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words in... Can you recognize the words?
virtue and somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my... But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people... And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when I'm incapable of being a good person. Yet I'm equally unable to be bad.
Yet another trouble. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Wow. To think there's more to there was more to a vision than I thought.
Their vision taken is supposed to be... Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Make Your... This is his dojo. Let's
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought.
Maybe, but I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him. This time, though?
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the...
Hey there! Did something happen?
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is... Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't...
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo Shisui art. It's the whole reason... But then we got here and overheard you talking about how...
From the way you're dressed, it does... Please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to cause us trouble recently that we're on high alert. You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. He's not able to take on any new disciples for the time being. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? My fellow disciple, Sensei's name is Domon. And though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many. He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He says the strangest things over and over. And Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed. But if I'm honest, I still have my doubts over...
The Grand Narukami Shrine.
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine
all
on
the way up
Narukami
there?
Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to have very close ties with the almighty Shogun herself. Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. But even one of the ordinary... So don't worry, Nanako. Sensei is going... The exorcism will take place this evening.
So, losing your vision can cause possession? Guess we should come back this evening and see if...
So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. You would have had to witness Sensei just now, when Nanako was attending to him. She heard him when she asked him who the people were. He suddenly it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering his ears and looking. All the while he kept calling those names. Some of them we knew. Others we didn't recognize. But one of them was Anzai. He used to be a fellow disciple of Sensei's. His senior, in fact, Sensei wouldn't stop calling his name. Thankfully, the shrine maidens managed to subdue him. The ritual has now begun. All we can do is patiently await the... Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
That's kind of sad. Huh?
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
How did you... Are you sure you're Domon's disciples? You move even quicker than he does, unless... I guess it's...
Excuse me? And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained side by side with Domon. I don't care to talk about that time anymore.
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that's me.
Why did you run?
Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else associated. When we were young, we trained under the same sword mat. I had begun training 5 years before him, and everyone practitioners of Make-Yoshi Sui art seek to achieve stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. So the majority, but Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beaming... Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for such vain ends. Sensei said that coveting the title of the best sword master, barely days into his training, showed that he had a fickle mind. I thought so too at the time. But Domon began making swift progress in his training, and even started catching up with me. Only then did I realize that it was Domon who had long since freed his mind from all agitation. He was consumed by his singular desire to become the best in the world. He sought nothing.
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the master of Make-Yoshi Sui art. Of all the disciples, I was the most... Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride and my... Later, I heard that he sparred with Sensei, too. Sensei was advanced in years. After that, I wanted nothing further to do with him. Deep down, though, when I heard rumors that he had lost his mind, my first reaction was to dismiss them as false. I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call my name. I thought mine was a name he had long since forgotten. So you see, I came here not to cause him any harm. I just wanted to see for myself. Okay, you've heard my story.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon's not sure we should bring him back with us.
Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that?
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant... But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. And all is certainly not lost, for I received...
Lady Yae? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami?
Correct. Lady Yae is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamity. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed...
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask...
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your... I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Who'd have thought Lady Yae herself would have taken notice?
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to...
No, that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. I just mean this is Lady Yae, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close... Anyway, given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei...
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from...
I gotta go all the way up there. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. Is there an area close by? Yeah, let's go there. That speeds up our travels a bit. Oh, can it go up there? Woo. Huh? It's a mountain. How do I get up there now? Looks like I might need Katina for this one. Already set up.
Whoa! I can't.
Oh, hey. Oh, I could have just glided up there. Oh well. It still comes in handy. Ooh, treasure chest. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hi. You fooled me. I need to stop getting bamboozled. We're almost there. Ooh. Teleport waypoint, and up we go. Huh? Is that a fox head in the tree? Wow.
Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junya is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at it? It was probably nothing. It's not—
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Ai, it must be a possession. This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by...
But... then did...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse. With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it must be the loss of his vision. For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai, even without his ambition, why should he suffer such a dramatic change? How did—
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Ai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions.
Wait. His guilt has driven his madness?
Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to rise above the pain of these encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. Father. Sensei.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Anzai? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Anzai. Why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, when you cut our ambitions short, we entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further. Now I know that we can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. but that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day, the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from... If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon...
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the ambition you once had in their hands. Being stripped of your ambition is something that's never happened to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day that you So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. But you have a great number of worthy disciples.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me, and for the state of Miyakyo Shisui art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again.
Well, that's very supportive of him.
But I am now used to the life of a wanderer. I do not belong in the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this.
Traveler, a moment, please. So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Really?
I have high hopes for you, child.
Ooh, Lady Ai seems to have... She seems super mysterious. Paimon's so... We can come back to it another time.
We're getting there. Oh yeah, I can switch back to Aether now.
Just what will we come across?
Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
Traveler, Paimon. It is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our 3 friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah. Short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Mm-hmm. Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, sir?
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure. It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. I'd place my trust in the right person after. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komore Tea House? We ought not to involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Thank you for fast traveling me.
Here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Oh, Paimon gets it!
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask? The almighty Shogun. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. Focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no implications whatsoever. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is not unknown for visions to spark jealousy in others. Because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is one of indifference.
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like—
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sango no Miya on Watatsumi Island to form a resistance group. To say a little more about Sango no Miya, historically, there has always been some conflict between them and the shogunate of Narukami Island due to their But I do wonder whether there may be some other agenda behind their resistance movement. beyond merely fighting the Vision Hunt decree. Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenshukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Ooh, Paimon has a question.
Oh? What would you—
Have you got a plan yet to fight the
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take. Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree. For example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge, or manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there.
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, the problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions, has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Darn! So they found out.
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. Exactly. I feel the same way. But given mine and Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the entire Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attempt. By no means do we— When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fire.
Alright, let's get that. Whoa. Let's get the move on. Where am I? Oh. Alright, where are we going? Uh-oh.
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with it. If you think your elemental powers are enough to resist the vision, believe me, you're not the first of your kind we've encountered. And we've seen the same unpleasant outcome time after time.
Can't you make an exception?
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things unfold.
Let's move.
Hey, huh? There's someone. What's going on? Shh, quiet. Hey, this isn't right, Huh? Hey, what?
Shh. If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right.
Wise.
What should we do now? He's already given up his... this is your fault.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
It seems we were fooled too.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Paimonial wrath. That's a clever move name.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just didn't know it, you know? Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the...
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island...
Whoa, that's quite the introduction.
Stop it, hon. As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision. Whew, I can't even imagine trying to run the business without it.
Yes, Master Masakatsu is a good man. It's too bad good people seldom get the recognition they deserve.
Master Masakatsu?
Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say. Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. But if I just marched straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if I join you instead?
Sure, welcome to the team. Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop.
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in my shop, that is. So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station.
Whoa, talk about a reliable sword.
Not bad, huh?
Time to break.
Alright, here we go. Nice. Ooh, new accomplishment? I mean, a new achievement, I mean. The Art of Adventure. Forge a 4-star weapon. Wouldn't it be easier just to... Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, those who are watching this, if this game looks fun to you, then download Genshin Impact. Please do through this chat and use promo code Genshin Gift to get 50 Primo Gems. I said this game is fun. If you haven't played it already, please do. It's oh, secret passageway. Oh. I don't have a good ice type element, so I won't be using her.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way. As long as we stay quiet, I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masakatsu.
You sure?
Yes, you...
Do I have to use stealth here? Guess not.
I must withdraw.
Talk about a big door. Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got.
You asked for it.
That timing.
Don't hold back.
Look alive. Wind, hear me.
I dare you. Bested.
Win. Elevator? I should be surprised at this point, but still. Wait a minute. Okay. Thought there was a secret.
Who goes there? Forget this.
I thought it was gonna be another sneak attack.
Wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it. These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength.
I must withdraw. Brace yourselves.
Proper send-up. From the Spina.
Allow me. Just like that. Show me what you've got.
I swear by my sword. Watch out! Gloves off!
Allow me. I must like that. Draw. I've lost.
Let's get it on! Hey there!
I need to train harder.
Down with the count. And I feel like there's something up here. Unless that's...
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Okay, I see it. I see what they're doing. Let's go up to avoid those panels. Alright, here we go. as treasure chest. So much for that idea. Okay, I get it now. Now's a good time to move. Huh? Door resurrection. Where's the door resurrection? I didn't see any.
Teach me a lesson.
You ain't ambushing me.
Watch your step.
Oh.
I dare you. Show me what you've got. Show me what you must. Allow me to strike first.
Ow! I'm fine.
I need to train harder. Don't hold back. This. Watch your step. I've been bested.
Oh, this is where I came out of. Okay, so we gotta go this way now. We got 2 of the items we need, so we need 1 more. Going by our enemies so far, it doesn't look like it's gonna be that difficult. Ooh. Have a nice fall. Aww. That's the mat. Can't hit me. Ow. Good thing I caught that. Ah, the last one, but I feel like this is a trap. Bye. That's one way to take out the soldier. It's gonna be a rough landing for him, that's for sure. Open sesame. Why do I feel like... Aha! Wait, what about this one? That's another level.
Shh! Quick! That must be Master Masakatsu.
Did you really think that little trick of yours could fool us?
Locking you up was just the beginning.
Oh no! Those Tenryou Commission fruits are torn.
If we don't come up with a way to break him out fast, then... Huh? Yoimiya, when did you get back here?
I can't bear to watch. If anything happens to Matt...
Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Ma'am.
We were just teaching him a little lesson.
That's Kujo Sara, adopted daughter of the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission. She's also a general in the Shogun's army.
Make way, let me have a look at him. I'm sure you're well aware that torture is strictly against military regulations.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are unashamed of such disgraceful action, then you are also unworthy of the Tenryou Commission itself. Do I make...
Yes, ma'am.
Paimon sure wouldn't want to give...
Hey, this is our chance. Let's move while they aren't watching Master...
Yoimiya, are you sure now's the right...
Who is that? Quick, go and investigate.
Yes, ma'am.
They're coming! Quick, hide!
Sorry. I didn't mean to... Don't worry, I've got us covered.
Huh? Was that an
It sounded like fireworks.
Quick, let's hurry!
The fireworks were enough to distract them.
Fireworks aren't just for festivals, you know.
Nice work.
I was particularly proud of this batch.
Yoimiya!
Well, fireworks are my craft after all. Every batch has to be spectacular.
Look, the coast is clear!
Master Masakatsu!
Come on! We've got no time to lose!
Too late.
Oh.
You were over there watching us the whole time.
Yes. Leave. He's in serious condition. Be sure he gets immediate medical attention. But remember, once he's recovered, it won't be long until I bring him right back.
Well... You can bet we'll do all we can to keep that from happening.
Leave this place.
Something seems off.
We're finally out of that...
Yes.
Master Masakatsu, how do you...
Don't worry. I think I can make it to the infirmary without keeling over.
Thank you. All of you. I'll take him to get treated.
Don't worry about us. Just take care of Master Masakatsu. Good thing we were able to rescue him. Right, Kujosara. Do you think she was making up for how the guards were treating him? It seems as though there are some okay people among the ranks of the Tenryou Commission. Though, Paimon, how about we go tell Ayaka and the others the good news?
I see. So Kujo-Sara stayed her hand. It would appear she still has some honor to her. I wonder if we should try establishing contact with her. Perhaps we could coax out some information.
Unlikely. Don't forget, Kujo-Sara is also carrying out the Vision Hunt decree. In her eyes, Master Masakatsu is of no threat to the decree. This is why she was so willing to allow his escape. If our true motives were ever divulged, she would act against us without a second thought.
True. Though if you ask me, Master Masakatsu's release is an unexpected blessing. We are now one step closer to victory. You're turning out to be even more reliable than we expected.
Thank you for the compliment.
Don't mention it.
And it's getting into Paimon's head.
Indeed. Things may have turned out very differently, but if we wish to mount any sizable resistance against the Vision Hunt, it is time we make ready our
There's no need to rush. Things seem to have taken a turn for the better, at least. Not only have we rescued yes, which reminds me. The Tenryou Commission seems to be making and the number of samurai out enforcing the Vision Hunt decree seems to be waning.
A ceremony, you say? Why would such a task be left to the Tenryou?
I don't know, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with us. Anyway, with the Tenryou Commission busy with preparations, we should have a little...
You do present being in a constant state of alert will only tire us further. Perhaps a pure Toma.
I'd say a celebratory feast is in order. Funny enough, I learned a new hot pot game recently. I'm sure you'll...
A hot pot game? What's that?
Simply put, every person prepares an ingredient to add to the hot pot. Once the meal begins, we add all the ingredients together. Then we take it in turns to close our eyes, pick an ingredient out of the pot, taste it, and guess whose ingredient it was. Anyone who guesses correctly can go again, and whoever finishes the meal with the most points is declared the winner. Tradition even has it that the winner receives blessings from the god of hot pot. Don't you think it sounds like fun? I've been wanting to give it a try.
You really do want to play, huh? Well,
it does sound like fun.
Got our work cut out for us. Time. Ooh, Paimon proposes we gather raging deep. This is already shaping up.
Oh, my stomach! It feels like Yoimiya's fireworks are going off inside me.
Who would have guessed that Toma would be the winner? He ate practically all those weird ingredients without a second thought.
Salt-crusted herring, unripe lavender melon, flash-boiled dango, oh, and whatever that thing was that nearly froze my tongue off. Hold up, my life is starting to flash before my eyes. Time I call it a night, everyone.
You've only got yourself to blame, Toma. All those strange things you ate were ingredients you added yourself.
But weren't you the one who added those little cakes, Ayaka? I think the boiling cakes in hot pot... Ugh. Think of the texture.
I must apologize. To be perfectly honest...
Uh-oh. I'm definitely not okay.
Uh-oh.
You know, Toma, all you had to do was guess wrong on purpose and it would have been someone else's turn. Talk about being competitive.
the look on my character's, the traveler's face is just something.
Guess I've been feeling unlucky recently and wanted the God of Hot Pot's blessing. Perhaps I did get a little carried away. Still, I couldn't be beaten at my own game first time around. I think my luck has already taken a turn for the better. So without further ado...
Oh, brother.
Good effort.
Yes. If the Tenryou Commission truly is as busy with preparations as Toma claims, and with the extra time, there are some other matters.
Let's all take some much-needed time off. After a few days rest, well, downtime is hard to come by. I'll tidy things up here and start thinking of...
There's gonna be a sequel?
Sure, why not? We should play again now that everyone knows the...
Bye, Tom. Seems we won't need to be visiting the...
Whoa. Nice.
Where do we go from here? What's the plan?
Traveler, Paimon, hold on.
Huh? Ayaka?
What's the matter?
Something has come up, and I would like to request your assistance. But you ought not be nervous. This is not coming from the Yashiro Commission.
Individual requests?
Correct. This may seem a little sudden, but in my view, a few days ago, I was sorting through some old family belongings when I found a notebook that belonged to my mother. She wrote about all kinds of things, mostly of little consequence. But what drew my attention was a name. It is one that I have never heard.
Probably your mom's best buddy, right?
Never. And although my mother and father passed away many years ago, so... According to the notebook, their name is Tsubaki. This seems to have been someone very important to my mother.
Paimon thinks it sounds like a girl's...
That's what I thought too.
So what do you want us to... Do you need us to find...
No. Her address is given in the notebook. We can head straight there. Please keep everything I have told you in... The proper course of action would be to involve my brother and visit her together. But he is terribly busy. Exactly. That, and you are also...
You can count on us!
Wonderful.
Oh, we don't mind. We don't mind at all.
Thank
Not
you
in the
kindly.
slightest.
Shall we head off then?
Alright,
Oh yeah, we do have to do that still, huh? Might as well. We kind of need that. Looks like the area I need to go is down here. That him? Whoa! I see. Wait, that makes things easier. There she is. Here we go. That's another character to level 60. Not enough to level her up, but that might be enough. That might just be enough. Only one way to find out. Wait. Let's get Hydro real quick. That, and I need to check something. I should probably address that one. Enhance in the next tier. Whew. Cool. Now that we got that taken care of, let's go back to Mondstadt and advance our character, ascend the world. And yeah. My character should be stronger, so let's see how this turns. Wait. I didn't check my weapons, did I? Let me double check. I can't enhance that. Nice. Makes his weapon ideally the strongest one of the team. Sure, that one needs do I have the stuff needed for? Let's take a look. Never hurts to make sure our weapons are prepared for a big battle. Actually, something if it's going to be for enhancing. Let's see. I do not have what I need. Nice.
Transfers of
Alright, now we should be ready. I think. Yeah, I unfortunately can't level her up. But we should have enough power to take this on. Yeah. Let's go. Haven't we gone through this one before? Avoid the lasers. Avoid the... I said avoid the lasers. Alright. Ready? 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 Let's go. Oh, no pressure.
Barbados, guide us. Go as Hey there! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Hey there! Hey there! Coming at ya! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Hey there!
We got it. Means it's gonna be a little harder from here on out, but you know what? We need those adventure ranks to go up.
Add Astra.
I guess we have something related to Venti now. Actually, I think this is where we're gonna call it a day for the night stream. Alright. That's gonna be it for tonight's stream. If you liked what you've seen, please give the like, the follow, and the subscribe button a big old boop on the nose. And if you want to continue support, please, if you like this game, download the game. Through that, there's a link in my Twitch channel in the panel. Download that game. Use code Genshin Gift to get 50 Primo Gems. This would really also support me in the long run. We will keep doing these Genshin streams for the rest of the week until the sponsorship ends. I want to try to get as far as I can because this is my first sponsorship. I want to get through this. I want to do this. Honestly, it's a game I really like playing, so hey, why not? Dare I say why not? But yeah, if you want to see some of my artwork, check out my Twitter, check out my DeviantArt. Commissions are currently open. You can always hit me up on my Discord. I'm just about on there every day. And that's all I have to say. You guys have a good night. Keep those tails a wagging and hope to see you all in the next stream. Bye.